them wear the same outfit when they go to school instead of wearing different ones.
Well, it because we lay a high value on unity and collectivism to ensure that nobody feels inferior. Besides, it also reflects the discipline and order within the educational environment.
In my country, everyone can completely choose outfits suitable for themselves with their personality guide us. However, it doesn't mean that we can dress up so way or inappropriate at school. Politeness is so necessary.
Interesting. So that's one of the difference between our country, right?
I think so. By the way, the Rescata secondary students were very national meaning or something like that, doesn't it?
Yes, when students were red cups, everyone will know whether they are already member of the Ho Chi Minh Youth Pioneer Organization.
All many things new I have learned about Vietnam and people live here.
Chill, we are in no hurry.
Oh my god, look at this. I found that not so difficult. Seriously solving like this seems impossible to me.
Yes, that looks like a really standard problem for high school students in Vietnam.
Are you serious? This isn't basic math. You need specific and difficult method to solve it. In my school, this would be only for the best students.
Yes, our high school, especially the advanced classes, focus on very complex problem solving. We spend a lot of time learning difficult concepts and doing proofs, while Americans spend time on the simple topic and basic math.
Unbelievable. I guess the US math curriculum is significantly lighter than yours.
It's lighter, but maybe that allows for more flexibility in how you use the math, which is also valuable.
I've noticed that streets in Vietnam look very different from streets in the US, especially in big cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. The streets are usually very crowded and busy. There are many motorbikes everywhere. Sometimes it feels like there's no space to walk. Oh, I agree with you. People ride quickly and the traffic lights are not always strictly followed. So most tourists coming to Vietnam for the first time usually feel hard to get used to the traffic here. Unlike the US, the traffic safety is still a challenge in Vietnam. Yeah, in my country, cars follow traffic rules strictly, and there are separate lanes for car, bike, and sometimes bus. People rarely ride motorbikes, and you can't see street vendors on the sidewalks. But I really like street vendor in Vietnam because it makes the streets very lively and colorful. But it should be better to narrow the area and create a separate lane for some vehicles like this in order to ensure safety. As for that, I think we should leave it into the authority. Our responsibility now is obeying the rule and raising awareness about the environment in order to prevent unfortunate accidents and reduce gas release into the atmosphere. I've heard that in Vietnam, green transportation is being implemented and some big cities are preparing to adopt it. I think this is a major step forward for Vietnam in protecting the environment as well as contributing to the global efforts to reduce air pollution. Exactly, the adoption of green transportation is still in its early stage. The trend will surely expand in the short term. When that happens, the widespread of eco-friendly vehicles will become a general trend among the public. To be honest, Vietnam will need a long time, maybe 2 or 3 decades to be ready for rail transportation because of the lack of synchronized infrastructure and government's limited budget. After all, it has taken our country for 2 decades for rail transportation to develop significantly and become widespread among the public.
I see, but even so, I believe Vietnam is moving in the right direction. If the government continues to prioritize green policy and invest in clean technology, the transportation could accelerate faster than we expect. In recent years, we have already seen many discussions about sustainable development, cleaner public transportation, and renewable energy. Consistent effort and stronger public awareness, the country might achieve its green targets sooner than people think.
Hey guys, walking for a long way make me so hungry. Could we stop to eat something?
Sure, let's try bánh mì.
Wow, Vietnamese food looks amazing. I have heard about pho, but I never tried before. Can you tell me how it tastes? I'm curious about the flavors.
Pho is really delicious. The broth is rich and savory with a lot of herbs and spices. It's light but full of flavor. The noodles are soft and you can add fresh herbs, lime and chili to make it even more tasty.
Wow, it sounds delicious. I want to try it now.
Sure, I have tried it. I don't eat it regularly. I usually only have it when I go out with friends and want to eat at places like KFC or Latera. Vietnamese cuisine is so diverse. Therefore, we have more than one option to choose.
About my country, American cuisine isn't just fast food. It's a mix of many cultures. Italian, Mexican, and Chinese influences to create a wide range of flavors. I think this fusion makes American dishes diverse and encourages people to creative with traditional food.
So great! I thought that American food books are the shortest book in the world, but I think I'm wrong.
Are you talking about British? Since I arrived in Vietnam, many people have told me to try bánh mì. In the United States, our iconic food is the hamburger. But it's very simple. It's just a beef patty, cheese, some vegetables, and sauce. But it's very filling and familiar to us. I crave of eating it, so it feels like a symbol of American food culture.
I see what you mean. For Vietnamese people, bánh mì plays a similar role. It's a very common Swiss food and we can eat it at any time of the day. What makes it special is the mix of flavors, crispy bread, meat, pickle, vegetable, pate and sprinkles. It tastes like bird still satisfying and you can find it almost everywhere.
Wow!
Yeah, I think like one this morning I was surprised by how fresh it looked. It's different from a hamburger, which is heavier. And I also noticed that different stalls have different styles.
Yes, that variety is part of the charm. I think both dishes represent our culture well. The hamburger is rich and hearty, while bánh mì is balanced and refreshing. Each one has its own trend and both are delicious in their own way. Cultural exchange between Vietnam and the United States helps both countries understand and appreciate each other's traditions.
By sharing things like food and daily customs, people can see both differences and similarities, which strengthen mutual respect and connection.